Our class today is going to be all about shoulders. I foolishly went to a Pilates class this morning, which is also all about shoulders. My shoulders are feeling it already. So take it easy, and we're going to do some nice stretches um, involving our shoulders. So we are going to start off lying down. Um, and if you've got your yoga strap, your yoga blocks nearby, we'll use them later on in the class. So if you come to lying on your mat, just have your props nearby. And all the way through the class, every time I kind of give shoulder instructions, just try and, whether it's relaxing them or lifting or whatever, try and engage the whole, not just the tops of the shoulder, but thinking about your shoulder blades as well. So coming to lying on your mat, soles of the feet together, knees just dropping out in Supta Baddha Konasana, just dropping down onto your mat. Lift your shoulders, slide your shoulder blades down on the mat. Lengthen the neck, tuck the chin gently, and just let your knees come out to the side. Hi, Ada. Nice to see you again. Gently tuck your chin. Close your eyes for just a moment. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Deep inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, just relax the tops of the shoulders, relax your arms. One more very deep inhale. And exhale, relax those shoulders down. On your next inhale, start to bring your arms out to the side. Keep going, bringing them above your head. And as you exhale, slide them back out wide again, bringing them down to the sides. Inhale, sliding them out like angel arms up overhead. Exhale, sliding them back down one more time. Inhale them out and long. Exhale, bringing them out to your T shape. On your next inhale, bring your knees together, rolling onto one side. Doesn't matter which side. Align yourself on your mat so that your knees, shins, and feet are level with the front of the mat. Relaxing the head down, bring your arms one on top of the other. Now, if your head isn't comfortable in this pose, you can grab your brick and pop your head on a yoga block if that feels comfortable. If you're fine like this, just lengthen the neck. See how it feels. See what's going to work for you. Now engage your Uddiyana Bandha. On your next inhale, start to lift that arm up. Keep the knees and feet together. As you slowly bring that arm out behind you, it won't go all the way. Just kind of let it fall open as far as it will go. Feel the stretch across the front of the shoulder. Engage your bandha to bring the arm back to the other arm. Inhale, spread the fingers. Arm is really long as you open up. Exhale, use your core to bring it back up and over. Inhale to open and exhale to close. This time, as you inhale, open, maybe start turning your head. If you're on a block, watch your head doesn't fall off the block, and maybe turning your head to look in that direction and coming back over. Inhaling up and open, maybe turning the head. Exhale, coming back up to the start. Keep those knees together. One more time. Inhaling up and open. And exhale, coming back to the start. Now bring that top hand out in front of you, trailing a circle up overhead. As you exhale, you're going to roll open. So maybe put your, if you've got two bricks side by side so you don't fall off, as you open, and then circling the arm back over the hips to the start. Inhaling up and open, exhaling down and back. One more time. Inhale, big, big circle, really opening the shoulder. and exhaling back to start. Change direction. Hand comes down over the knees and hips, opens, turn your head, circling up and over back to the start. Inhaling down and open, exhaling up and back to the start. One more. Inhaling to open and exhaling back to the start. Flipping over to the other side, repositioning yourself, knees, shins, feet level with the front of the mat, knees level with the hips, arms are long out in front of you. Use the bricks if that feels more comfortable for your head. Fire up that core. Top arm goes forward, fingers spread wide as it comes up and opens, not turning the head yet, and coming back to close. Inhaling up and open, exhaling back and close. Inhale, big stretch to the front of the shoulder, and exhaling back. This time turning the head, coming to a twist, but keep the knees together. Exhaling back. Inhaling up and open into a twist. Exhaling back. Don't let those knees shift. One more time. Inhaling up and open. And coming back to start. Top arm starts to trail that circle up overhead. Out into your twist. Down over the hips. Back to start. Inhaling up and open. Exhaling down and back. Inhale up and twist. Exhale down and back. Change direction. Inhale down over the hips and open. And exhaling up and back. Using the breath to open and to come back to start. One more time. Inhaling and exhaling back to start. Nice. Rolling over onto your back. Or squeeze yourself round onto your back. Have your feet underneath the knees as close as possible. If you can't move your feet in, do a little caterpillar wiggle down the mat to bring your bottom close to your heels. Inhale, draw belly up and in, flatten your back, lift your bottom. Exhale, rolling forwards. Inhale, flat back, pushing up to your shoulders. And exhale, rolling down slowly, one vertebra at a time. Inhale, flat back, pushing up onto the tops of your shoulders. Arms come up and over behind you. They don't have to come all the way to the mat. As you exhale, one vertebra at a time, rolling down and arms coming up and over. Inhale, flat back, roll up, arms come up and over. Exhale, roll down and arms return. We'll do this one more time. Inhale, flat back, push up. Arms lifting up and over and pause here. Push harder into your feet, tuck chin to chest. Squeeze those butt cheeks, lift those hips. And super slowly lower your spine, one vertebra at a time. Arms coming up and over to the sides. Bring your knees into the chest. Wrap your hands around them and give your lower back a little massage. Turning from side to side, if that feels nice. And then hands come behind the thighs and start rocking and rolling up and down your spine, coming up to your comfortable cross-legged seat pose. Really lovely. Bring your hands to the knees, lengthening the spine, draw belly up and in, shoulders are down and away from the ears. Close your eyes for just a moment. Focus on your sits bones, pushing down into the mat. your bandha from underneath you, drawing up in front of you on your belly to the belly button. Draw the belly button in. Slide the shoulders down away from ears, lengthen the neck. On your next inhale, lift your head, look up to the ceiling. As you exhale, draw chin to chest, lengthening the back of the neck. Inhale, looking up, and exhale, chin to chest. Lifting head to neutral. Gently turn the head one way, back to center, and over the other shoulder. Back to center, release the hands out wide. As the hands lift, shoulders are pulling down, and hands come to heart center. Bringing your hands in front of you, rolling over onto your knees, coming to your all fours pose. So set yourself up, knees under hips, hands under shoulders, hands shoulder width. Spread your fingers wide. Push into the hands, push into the knees. Back is in neutral pose. Now drop your belly, lift your tailbone. Push into the hands, engage your shoulders, and just look down, kind of in a 45-degree angle in front of you. Push into hands and knees as you start to arch your back, chin to chest. Release the belly down, lift tailbone, lift gaze. Pushing into hands and knees, arching up to your cat. And releasing back to your cow. Pushing hard into the hands and knees, come up really high into your cat. Pause here. Push harder into your knees. Lengthen in the spine. Find that extra little bit of space in your vertebra. And then slowly reduce back to your neutral spine. Staying here, I'm going to come around this way so you can see. We're coming to our flying Superman. But to get that sense of your core engagement for this, I want you to just lift one hand at a time, like cat padding with your hands, and see which core muscles are engaging as you lift your hands one at a time. And then maybe pause with one hand lifted. See in your belly, round your core, which muscles are you engaging? Release. Other hand lifts for a moment. Work out which muscles you need to use for this. And release. Coming back to your all fours, bring your right leg along behind you. Toes are on the mat, heel is pushing away. Lengthen the back of the leg. Opposite hand straight in front of you, little finger on the mat. Now engage those core muscles that you just played with in our cat padding and lifting the arm and the leg. You do not want the leg high up, you want it in line with your hips. The arm shouldn't be above the shoulder, it should be nice and straight in front of you. Neck is long, looking down to the mat. And release. Coming to the other side. Extend other leg, push the heel away. Extend opposite arm. Engage your core. As you lift, push that heel away, like you're trying to kick a door shut with that foot. Reaching the arm really nice and long. And release. Coming back to the first side, extend long, fire up the core, and then lift. Pausing here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and release knee and hand. Opposite side, extend long. Inhale with your core engaged. Reach the arm, push the foot back. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and release. Drop your hips to your heels. Slide the arms away from you, long away from you. Keep the elbows lifted as forehead drops to the mat. If this is super uncomfortable for your shoulders, lower the forearms. If it's fine, keep the elbows lifted. Push into the hands. Try and push your hips back, keeping the arms as straight as you can. And then spread your fingers wide, lifting your gaze, tuck your toes, and we are in downward facing dog. And just give the legs a pedal to start off with. So push one heel to the mat, the other knee bent. Swap sides. Take your time in this. It's a really nice hamstring calf stretch, so enjoy. A few times on either side. And then coming to your still dog. Have a look at your hands. Are they shoulder width? Is the middle finger pointing straight forwards? Are your fingers spread really wide? Now push into the hands. See if you can push your chest closer to your thighs. And perhaps lower your heels a teeny tiny bit. Give your head a little nod, release your neck. And then start to walk your hands back towards your feet, coming to a deep fold at the back of your mat. So bend your knees, rest belly and chest on the thighs, let the head just hang, a little shake, a little nod. Make sure your feet are roughly a clenched fist width apart in this pose. Inner edges of the feet are parallel. Lift your toes, spread them wide, ground them down. Feel your feet in contact with the mat. And then pushing into your feet, we're going to roll up super slowly. Let the arms hang heavy. Chin is going to stay tucked to chest as you super slowly roll up. One vertebra at a time as the legs straighten, as your spine straightens, lifting the head, arms reaching out, reaching up, looking up, and hands palm to heart center. Release your hands to the side. Nice. So grounding down through the feet, pushing into your feet, draw the kneecaps up, squeeze the fronts of the thighs. Have your arms just by your side for a moment. And then right arm starts to lift, lifting up. Bicep comes to the ear. Engage the core and then start to fold over. Inhale, back upright. Exhale, same side again. Try and keep the bicep by the ear. And last time, pausing in the fold. Can you pull your shoulder down on both sides? Can you lengthen the neck? Can you come a little deeper into the fold? Now engage your core muscles to bring yourself up and release the arm. Left arm comes up, bicep to ear. Fire up the core. Folding one way. Inhaling upright, keep the bicep by the ear. Folding a little deeper. Inhaling up, last time. And we're going to hold it for a few seconds. Can you reach the arm further? Can you slide your hand down a tiny bit more? Fire up your core to bring yourself upright. And then just gently start to sway your arms. Swinging around, looking behind you maybe. Letting the arms fling out. Release the shoulders. Let go of any tension in your shoulders. Enjoying a lovely, lovely twist. And then slowing it down. Slowing it down. And coming back to center. Bring your feet a little bit wider apart. So roughly half a leg length. And fire up those kneecaps again and draw the fronts of the thighs up. And then you're just going to twist on one foot and bring the arm out and release. Coming to the other side, so you're rotating on the opposite foot and coming down. And then we're going to just speed it up a tiny bit, and the opposite arm is going to come out behind you. So you're reaching in front and reaching behind, and you're just going to move from side to side. Really reach those arms out. So it's not a swing, it's an active push. So reach behind and in front. You're not swinging, you're reaching. Imagine you're trying to pick an apple off a tree. Is that the best way to describe it? And make sure you stop on the opposite side to the one you started on, coming back to a neutral pose. Heel toe your feet back in and come reset yourself at the back of your mat. Feet roughly a clenched fist width apart. Arms are down, shoulders are coming down. Little pelvic tilt, drawing belly up and in as the arms start to reach out. As the arms reach up, pull the shoulder blades down. Nice. And then slowly start to bring your arms in front of you, palms are facing. As the arms come back down to your side, drop chin to chest, soften in the knees, rolling down one vertebra at a time. Hands come to the mat. Walk it out with the hands. 1, 2, 3, 4 to your plank. Knees, chest and chin. Slide to your baby cobra. Push to your knees, tuck toes. And we're back in our downward facing dog. Walk hands back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chin to chest, soft knees. As you slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time. Bring the shoulders up to your ears as you come upright. Slide them back and down. Arms reaching out, shoulders are pulling down. Arms coming in front of you as belly button pulls up and in. Chin to chest, soften the knees. Rolling down, keep pulling your belly button up and in, support your lower back. Hands to the mat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plank, pause here. Walk the toes in, push your heels away. Staying here for 5, squeeze the kneecaps. For 4, squeeze the fronts of the thighs. For 3, push harder into your hands. For 2, push your heels away. For 1, lower the knees, chest and chin. Elbows hug the rib cage as you come down. Sliding to your baby cobra, pushing to your knees, tuck toes. And we are back in our downward facing dog. Walk the hands back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Soften the knees. Chin to chest as you slowly roll up. As you come upright, lifting the head, lift the shoulders up, roll them back, slide them down as the arms lift out and up. Keep pulling the shoulders down as hands come up to the ceiling, slowly lowering them in front of you. Chin drops to chest, soften the knees as you roll down, keep the chin tucked to the chest. Super slow roll down, hands to the mat. 1, 2, 3, 4, and pause. We're going to stay here for 5, walk the toes in. For 4, push the heels away. For 3, squeeze the kneecaps. For 2, squeeze the fronts of the thighs. For 1, lower the knees, flatten your feet. Take a moment in child's pose. Lower your elbows, lower your forearms, lower your forehead. If it's more comfortable, bring your knees mat width and take a wide leg child's pose. Let go of everything, especially relax your shoulders. On your next inhale, lift your head, reach your hands far away from you, elbows are lifted, tuck toes, and we are in our downward facing dog. Pause here. Push harder in the hands, chest towards your thighs. Coming up onto tippy toes, start to shift your weight forward to your shoulders. Lower the left knee, bring the left foot behind you. Left arm under left shoulder as we come to a supported side plank. So you've got options here. You're on your knee and the top of your left, whichever side you're on the foot. Arm is reaching up to the ceiling. You can, if it's comfortable, bring the bicep to the ear. You can, if you like, lift that top leg, flex the foot. You can stay here, or if you want to take a full side plank, bringing the feet together, lift the hips, much stronger on your arm and shoulder. So choose wisely, yogis. Breathing here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and flipping over, taking a full plank. Lower the right knee, right foot behind you, right hand under right shoulder, as left arm lifts up. You can stay here, or bring the arm over, bicep to the ear. You can lift that top leg, or you can take a full side plank. Choice is yours. Staying here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and release down, reset into your full plank. Now, knees, chest, chin, or shifting weight forwards, chaturanga. hug your elbows to your rib cage, whichever option you're taking. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Pausing. Shoulders come away from ears no matter which choice you're on. And then either via the knees or rolling over toes, coming to our downward facing dog. On your next inhale, weights on the left foot, right leg lifts up high, three-legged dog. Draw the right hip down a bit, pull the left hip back. Bend that right knee. Rotate that hip open. We're preparing for a wild thing, but you can stay here. This is a really good shoulder strengthening hip opener. If you want to take it further, bring your heel to the mat, drop the foot behind you, and lifting up, arching your back, coming to a wild thing, or staying with your knee bent. This is a strong pose on your shoulder and your arm. And flipping back over, reset your three-legged dog. And release the foot to the mat, setting up for the other side. Inhale, other leg up, lift it up. Now pull the left hip down, pull the right hip back. See if you can lower the heel a little bit more. Bend the knee, bringing the heel to your butt cheek. And then rotate the hip open, maybe looking underneath the arm. You can stay here, or you can take this further, flipping the foot down behind you, arching the hips up, looking behind you in a full wild thing. Breathing here. And bringing both hands back to the mat, releasing the foot down, and give your legs a little pedal, one heel at a time to the mat. And then looking forwards, bend the knees, slowly walk your feet up to the top of the mat, big toes touch, heels apart in a forwards fold. Push into the feet as the arms come out to the side. Slowly, slowly rolling up. As the head lifts, shoulders pull down as arms lift up, hands kiss, and coming down to your heart center. On your next inhale, sweeping the arms out wide, maybe taking a little back bend at the top. As you exhale, swan dive, hands either side of the feet. Inhale, halfway lift, either fingertips on the floor, legs are straight, or hands on the fronts of your shins. Lengthen the spine is important here. Lengthen the neck. So pull your shoulders back and away from your ears. Lengthen the back of the neck. And then folding forwards. Step the right foot back. Pushing into your left foot. Coming upright. Setting up for a warrior two. So you know what that means. Those shoulders are going to be working again. So have a look at your feet. You want your feet roughly one of your leg lengths apart. You want the front heel in your imaginary line, a tightrope from the back of your front heel to the middle of your back foot. You want the back heel further away than your toes, so roughly a 30-degree angle bent in. So toes are in, heel is further back. You want your shoulders over your hips. Front toes facing forwards. Now draw the right hip back. Make sure shoulders are over your hips. And then start to bend and straighten that left knee. If you find that actually your knee is coming in front of your ankle, slide the back foot back a bit. Lengthen your stride. And then sinking down into your deep, deep warrior two pose. Make sure shoulders are staying over hips as the arms reach out. Reach the arms like I'm pulling both your hands. Stretch out those arms. Now, bring the shoulders up to your ears, slide them back, slide them down. Try and keep the tops of the shoulders down as you turn your gaze to your left middle finger. Breathing here, can you sink a little deeper? Can you reach the arms a little longer? Now, flip that front hand and slowly, slowly start to lift it up as the right hand slides down the back of your leg, reversing your warrior, either looking up to the hand or looking down towards your back foot. Don't straighten that front knee. Keep that front knee in a lovely 90-degree angle. Now fire up your core to bring your arms back up. Warrior two arms. Left arm comes to the top of the thigh. Right arm lifting up and over, bicep to the ear. Breathing here. Nice. And then start to bring that right arm across and down on the inside of the left foot as right arm lifts up in a revolve twist. Breathing here. And then bring the left hand outside the left foot, pressing into your hands, step back, take your plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Getting ready for the other side. So left foot stays on the floor, right leg lifts up high. Looking forward, sweep it between your hands and coming up to warrior two on the other side. So again, let's think about alignment. So imagining your tightrope coming down your legs, back heel is angled away, front toes facing forward, shoulders are over hips. Nice. Releasing the arms, reach them long, shoulders are up, back and down. Gazing towards that front middle finger, start to bend and straighten that front knee. Eventually sinking into a deep lunge, and maybe adjust your feet if you can come deeper into the lunge. Gazing at that middle finger, draw your belly up and in, reach the arms longer. Turning that front palm, don't change the angle of your front knee as you slowly reverse that warrior, either looking up to the hand or down towards that back foot. Try and keep that back leg as straight as you can. And use your core to bring yourself back to your warrior two. Right arm to the thigh, left arm lifting up and over, bicep to the ear. Nice. And then starting to rotate, bringing that left hand down inside the right foot, and right arm lifts to a twist. And then right hand outside right foot, step back, take your plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. And we'll meet in our downward facing dog. Give those legs a pedal, push the heel down, and then the other. And then lift your head, looking forward, walk, step, or even jump to the top of your mat in your deep forward fold. Reversing your swan dive as arms lift out, lifting up, looking up, and hands come to heart center. Step your feet open into a nice wide stride. Have the inner edges of your feet parallel, and then just heel toe your feet out as wide as they can humanly go. Lift the shoulders up, back and down. Bring your hands behind you. Interlace shoulders, looking up. Draw your belly button up and in as you slowly start to hinge forwards, coming to a fold, arms coming up and over behind you. Breathing here. Can you lengthen your arms a little more? Can you straighten them a little more? Can you squeeze your shoulder blades together a little more? Can you nod your head, shake your head, release your neck? And then let go of the bind, bring your hands down underneath your face. Bring your left hand directly under your face. Push into the left hand, straighten the left arm. As right arm lifts up, twisting up, looking up. Now squeeze that right shoulder blade behind you. Lift that arm a little bit longer. Now squeeze that shoulder blade a tiny bit more. And release. Right hand comes under the face. Straighten the right arm, lift the left arm, twisting to look up. Squeeze that left shoulder blade behind you. Reach the arm longer. Draw that shoulder open a tiny bit more. And release the hands down. Turn your fingers so they're facing between your legs. Start to walk your hands back between your legs, bringing them as far back as they will go. Relax the tops of the shoulders. Give your head a gentle nod, a gentle shake. Breathing here. And then release. Bringing your hands under your face, push into them so your arms are straight. Bring the heels in, bring the toes in a couple of times to allow yourself to come down to a seated squat pose. Bring the knees wide, bring the thumbs to heart center. I love the way Becky and Joe face each other in this. It's so cute. Breathing here, bring the shoulders up, slide them back, slide them down, lengthening in the neck. Nice. Bring your right fingertips to the mat, left arm lifting up, looking up to the left. Just draw that left shoulder back a little bit. And coming back to heart center. Left fingertips to the mat, right arm lifts, looking up. And release back, hands to heart center. We're going to have a little go at crow pose because that does work our shoulders. If you hate it, don't want to do it, stay here with the arm lifting and the rotation. If you've got your yoga brick, have it in front of you as a support. For confidence in crow pose, it works wonders. So I wouldn't have it on the top setting, have it on the medium or the flat setting. You need to bring your shoulders as close into the backs of inside your knees as possible. Have that block where you know your head is going to reach it. Hands flat, fingers spread super wide. And then start to lift your bottom. Come up onto tippy toes. Make sure you've got that good contact with your inner knees and the backs of your shoulders. And then bring your head to the brick. Lift your feet, coming to balance on your forearms. Now you do need strong shoulders for this. So be careful. Take your time. Moving slowly. Otherwise, it's a hard one. I know. I don't do it very often because I hate it. Beautiful crows. Amazing, Ada. Look at you go. And then coming out of it, use your hands as brakes to bring yourselves down on your mat. So we are going to be doing our rabbit pose, which is also strong shoulders. Joe, I know you like doing full headstand. Knock yourself out, do your full headstand if you choose today. Becky, if you've got your footy uppy thing nearby and you want to use that, feel free. Or join me in our rabbit. So, things to remember, Harry, I don't know if you've done this one with me before, is you're thinking about triangles. So if you come to seated on your knees and double your mat, you want a bit of padding for your head because floors are often very hard. So I've got mine folded, so I've actually got 3 layers of mat. So have a little watch first, Carrie. You want your hands shoulder width, and then you're going to come up on your knees, and you want to think about a triangle, knees and hands. Then you bring the crown of your head to the mat, and you want a capital L shape, 90-degree bend with your elbows. Fingers spread wide, tuck toes. And then you walk your feet up, and you can stay there, see how that feels, or you pop your knees on the backs of your elbows and you've got your bunny ears. Most of the weight is on the elbows, shoulders and hands. It's not on your neck and your head. So I can talk you through it. If you don't want to do it, I completely understand. If you'd rather take a shoulder stand, that's also fine. But if you want to do it, check, that's it. Right, now your hands need to go a little bit further back, Harry. That's it. Now tuck your toes a bit further forward. You've gone a bit too far back. Now tuck toes and just see how it feels being on the crown of your head. You can lift your knees. That's it. So now your neck's at a strange ankle. You're not on the crown of your head. You do need to bring your knees down and think about the very flat bit of your head. That's it. That looks better. Now see if you can walk your toes in. Hug your elbows into the side. Squeeze your elbows in. That's it. Now you could try putting one knee up. See how that feels and put it down. Or get the other. There you go. Amazing. Look at you. Fantastic. Awesome. I like to see Anne's in her rabbit. Fantastic. It's a tough one. We revisit it regularly. Anyway, let's Let's all come down and have a bit of a breather on our mat. So come to seated pose with your legs long in front of you. I promise you, Shavasana is not far away. Shift the flesh from your buttocks, pushing down into your buttocks, nice long spine. Shoulders are down and away from ears, and they stay down as the arms reach out. The shoulders stay down as the arms reach up. Flex your feet like someone's got you by the hands and is pulling you up and forwards, keeping your spine as straight as you can, with maybe a little gentle waggle from side to side, taking hold of your shins, your ankles, tops of your feet, or if you've got a strap and want to use a strap, use the strap. Use your props. And then finally, relaxing the elbows down, relaxing the head down, pausing in your forward fold. As you inhale, lift the head, walk the hands back. Bring your hands either side, fingers are facing forwards, bend the knees. We're coming up, reverse tabletop, our last shoulder effort for the day, I promise. Lift your hips, squeeze those butt cheeks, and lift one leg, point the toe. Nice. Bringing that foot down, reset the hips, lift the other leg, point the toes. Reset down, reset the hips, lifting up for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and slowly lower your bottom down. Bring the soles of the feet together, draw the heels in. Bring one arm in front of you, hook the other arm across, draw, you face forward so you can see me better. Drawing the arm across, turn your head in the opposite direction, stretching out the top of that shoulder. And release. Opposite arm comes along. Bringing the other arm underneath it, draw it over, turn your head, stretch out that shoulder. And release. Bringing hands to heart center. Interlace fingers, push the hands away, pull the shoulders down. Nice. Stretching, stretching, stretching. And then releasing your arms down either side, bringing your legs long. Slowly, slowly lowering yourself down. Hug your knees into the chest. Squeeze them in. And take a little rock from side to side. Releasing your arms to a T shape. Just let your knees drop all the way down one way. Turn head in the opposite direction. Breathing here. Engage the core to bring the knees back up and lower them the other way. Turning head in opposite direction. Breathing here. Fire up the core to bring your knees back up. And then extend the legs long, setting up for Shavasana, which will be quite a short one today, I'm afraid. My class overran a little bit. Arms coming down by your sides. Adjust your shoulders and hips. Closing the eyes. Relax those shoulders. Deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Relaxation. Relax your feet. Relax everything and just breathe. Gently just start to move your fingers, your toes, your ankles, your wrists. Sliding the legs together. Inhale your arms up long overhead. Taking a full body stretch. Stretch the left side. Stretch the right side. And then slowly bring one knee into the chest. Give it a squeeze. The other knee, give them a squeeze in. Take a little rock from side to side. Massage that lower back. And then rolling onto one side. Using your hands, bringing yourselves up to your comfortable cross-legged seat pose. With your hands at heart center. Inhale the shoulders up, back, down and forwards. Up, back, down and forwards. Hands to the third eye. And namaste, my lovelies. Thank you for joining me. I hope that was